now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, it's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and we back with the content. But before we get with the content, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and catch every video when I drop them. Now, we all seen the Snoopy Badass and Whack 100. They went viral on the internet with Whack 100 pulling out his police badge. Everybody said, man, Whack is working. But we're going to get past all that. That didn't already went viral. Everybody didn't did their content on that. We're going to talk about something else. In that same video, Snoopy Badass was talking about a guy named Wacko, which Snoopy Badass have an issue with. He don't get along with. So he was expressing how he felt about Wacko in that video. So you know what, this internet has this funny way of working. Whenever a name is pulled up or whenever somebody talk about somebody, it just pops up in your algorithm. And just so happened this Wacko name came up, and I just so happen to know Wacko. I met Wacko for the first time, I believe it was 1992 or 1993. My grandma used to stay in the farms, and my cousin, he used to build lowriders, and he still build lowriders. And I remember Wacko and a couple of WESTSIDE PIRUs coming to a Crip neighborhood, flamed up. They had their red, and back then, if you seen somebody with just a speck of red, you already knew that he was a blood or a PIRU, because that wasn't normal to see Crips really wearing red back then. Crips didn't wear no red at all, at least the ones I knew. And for them to come over there to my grandma's house like that, that lets me know even back then these were some real dudes. I didn't have my run-ins with Wacko over the years, man, and every time I met him, it was all love, it was all respect. And this dude right here definitely has grown a whole lot compared to how he used to be. He's still with the business, but he just more mature. So we're gonna get to this video with Wacko. This is the guy that they was talking about when Whack 100 pulled out the badge. This is the guy right here. Let's get to this content. Let's go.
We're in Compton with Wacko at his annual block party. And yeah, we're just gonna ask him a couple of questions about what he got going on here, and you know, in his neighborhood, and in general about his project. So how this come about right here?
This is family around here, you know. Even though, you know, this is considered WESTSIDE PIRU, and we all family oriented around here. So it's like we get together with the block, everybody on the blocks, different families, and we bring it to life, you know. We got the Mechanical Bull over here. We got different artists from our neighborhood rapping and doing things. Everybody came together, you know what I'm saying, and collectively brought food to the table, and you know, we living, you know what I'm saying? This is Compton on a whole nother level, man.
Sure, man. I appreciate you doing that, man. That's great.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all just catch what he said? He said this is Compton on a whole nother level. See, the G's in my city, man, I'm going to tell y'all like this. They say Bompton, because I think the first person I seen with Bompton on him a long time ago was a dude named Donnie from out of Cedar Block PIRU. This was way before YG was even thought of. They was already repping that. But this dude right here, man, he definitely he's one of those dudes in this community. This community right here, one thing I could say about that community is family orientated. A lot of blacks, they stick together over there, and it's definitely a big black neighborhood still to this day. And the way that they move over there, the way they family orientated, man, they definitely do a good job with keeping their community together.
We're gonna go around and check it out a little bit later on, but in general, man, I had so many questions about your music biz, you know, because that's how we got in touch, you know, with some of your groups. I know you manage a lot of talent, but in general, see everybody coming through the whole neighborhood, man. It's a beautiful thing to see, man.
What's up, brother?
That's what's up.
How y'all doing?
In general, I'm trying to find out about the movie though that just now released a TV show.
Yeah.
How did that come about, man?
I mean, the documentary Streets of Compton is, you know, A&E got with the Game. You know, Game is a young homie from Cedar Block PIRU.
Don't get this motherfucker roped off. Don't get this motherfucker roped off. Compton Boulevard, Wilmington.
You know, once they got with him, you know, they also wanted to know more about Compton and more about PIRU.
Right.
So my man Whack, it's my bro.
red dot.
You know, they asked him a few questions, and you know, him not being selfish, he got at him and told him like straight up, I gotta take you to Wacko.
Right.
Feel me? And from that, you know, I just couldn't tell my side of the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than me. So I brought him to the hood, introduced him to Baba Louie, my relative Snoop, and different others and everything. And you know, we made it a bigger situation beyond just myself and PIRU. We incorporated some crib dudes as well, and just wanted to shine on Compton as a whole, man.
Okay, cool.
You know
Of course, I've seen it, and man, that's some beautiful work y'all did, but just, you know, give Compton more exposure. Obviously, you know, it's a lot of shine on Compton after the movie. 25 years after the movie, straight out of Compton.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and now it's been on the map since hip hop, gangster rap.
Yes.
But now even more
Yes.
with that being such a big movie, it's just obvious that.
Rest in peace, Easy E. Shout out Easy E. Definitely put the city on the map as far as this hip hop stuff. Yeah, man. Shout out Easy E, man. NWA in the hole.
Compton ain't gonna stop.
Right,
Period.
right.
Compton, we ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep rising to the top. The old mayor Omar Bradley said it best. You know what I'm saying? Pressure creates diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I heard that in the movie.
exactly. So through everything that we've been going through out here, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of diamonds. You know, we got Kendrick Lamar, we got J3 Problem, myself. You know, I don't care. Suge Knight, DJ Quick, Second to None, MC8. The list goes on, you know what I'm saying, on what we have coming from Compton, and it just don't stop. We got a lot of upcoming rappers that's just about to kill the game, bro, you know? So, I mean, my thing is trying to put everybody under one umbrella. Anything that we do under Compton, we trying to mess with each other. We trying to make sure that we as a whole understand, like, we got each other's back. West Coast got to have each other's back before we can step out and try and get anybody else to have our back. You feel me? We need to control home first. And that's my main goal, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, one nation under it.
That's what's up. Yeah, you kind of already answered my next question. I'm trying to find out, how is there so much good talent comes out of Compton? You already kind of answered this. It was a lot of pressure. Is that maybe the light situation that the young kids are into, and they got to try harder to come out of the hood? Or
I mean, you know, whether you a good kid in Compton, we shown both sides. I'm gonna just keep it 100, bro.
Right.
Good kid, Mad City. Kendrick Lamar said it best. He grew up right around this corner, but yet he didn't gang bang.
Right.
But then you got the other ones that come from this, and they gang bang.
Right.
And one way or another, no matter what, we still find our way, you know what I'm saying, to find our way through the dark clouds and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We looking for the sun, bro, and, you know, I'm one of the ones that's gonna help get them to the sun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like you did, for instance, with Cali Swag. That's how we met. And I have one question about. I got this new program called the Worldwide Buzz. It's helping new talent to expose their talent overseas. How important do you think it is to make an impression or build a following overseas? I mean, you know, you got a big market in the States, but your experience with Cali Swag, for instance, they already had a big hit, but me traveling with them overseas, did you feel the impact when they came back?
Definitely. We as artists, upcoming artists, we need more than just our inner circle, you know what I'm saying? So it's one thing to conquer your own city, your own state, but it's the bigger thing to move on and get that love in other places, in other countries. So it plays a big role, bro, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you already know with what they handicapped us with 365s and different things. 365s and different things where, you know, we tied in and can't make the money that we used to, illegal downloading and all of this. It handicaps us as potential, you know, multi-millionaires and billionaires that we could have had if we didn't have illegal downloading, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my goal is to really open the eyes of...
This is an older video, but it still give you more insight on the guy Wacko that was spoke on in that video clip with Snoopy Badass and Wack 100. He definitely understands the game and he knows the game. That's why you see a whole lot of people that come out that area. They do good because they got old heads, older gentlemen over there that knows the music game, and they also level-headed to tell their homies, look, man, you got to move like this. You can't be out here moving like that in order to make it in this music business.
So many that are in this industry and that are buying the music, and understand that it's going to take us to get back to recycling the dollar. In order for us to create new artists and new companies and things, that means the recycle of the dollar, not just black dollar, but the dollar period, has to come back. You feel me? So when you illegally download, you're hurting our people now and our future generations. And that's something that I feel that we got to continue to keep putting back in their heads, because I really feel that the people above everyone else had an agenda, and the agenda was to tear down our music. You feel me? And how do you tear down our music? You give it away for free. You create it to where it has no more value. You feel me? Now, once it has no more value, now our own people in music and everything is scrambling around trying to figure out how they gonna make money in music. You feel me? So I just feel like we have to go ahead and continue to put in everybody's heads that, look, we need everybody to go ahead and go back to buying music again. We're not asking one person to give us $1,000 or $10,000. We're asking one individual to spend $10, maybe $20. You feel me? So that's the biggest thing, you know, when it comes to us and music and understanding where is it going. And, you know, for me, I feel like when they put it out there, oh, streamlining is the best thing. Streamlining is gonna take over the music industry. Streamlining is some bullshit, okay? Streamlining, you're allowed to pay $8 a month to streamline anybody's music, right? Everything that they're creating is strictly for the consumer. Illegal downloading and streamlining is not for the artist. So if you kill the artist, you kill the future of hip hop, you kill the future of R&B and everything else. You feel me? Because they're worried about the consumer. The consumer gonna get everything for free, but the artist is gonna get pennies. Artist still stays a slave. That way the slave does never have to grow up to become nothing bigger.
Right.
So,
well, there you heard it. There's a lot of knowledge here from the perspective of a manager, a music manager, and he deals with the numbers and sees the numbers coming in and changing from, you know, like the royalties and stuff like that that Wacko just mentioned. And in general, man, it's just interesting to see how you guys discover the talent here, you know, the talent, and then bring him, like you said, Kendrick all the way to the top, where they all of a sudden know him worldwide, and it's a beautiful thing, man. But yeah, man, in the documentary we seen how even talent like, you know, athletes, Venus and Serena Williams, they stayed here in the hood, and the father said it shaped them, the environment, shaped them to be that great, and you know, that's a beautiful thing we're going to keep seeing from you guys. So is there somebody else that you think is going to come out of Compton anytime soon?
I'm gonna answer that for you, man. I'm gonna answer that today's time. We talking about right now. Shout out Geechee Gotti. It's a few homies out there that's doing their thing in the city. Teasy, the Bully. It's a few Compton dudes that's coming out right now. This is an older video. Shout out to the veterans, man. BG Knockout, Gangsta Drace, the High C, Second to None. A whole lot of people that came up out of the city of Compton. But this video right here is just to show y'all, man, that he could have been talking about the gang culture. He spoke a little bit about that. He could have been talking about straight negativity, but instead of that, he's talking about, you know, some positivity, man.
Like maybe following footsteps or Kendrick, or
we have a lot of different talent coming out of Compton, man. It's just crazy how so many are coming from these cracks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so many rising like those weeds that come in those cracks. We got a lot of them, and you know, again, as we see them rising, we gonna go ahead and water them. You know what I'm saying? We gonna bring them to life. We gonna help them, and that's just what it's about, bro. I've been around here. I've been banging since I was 11. I'm 42. That's 31 years of banging Westside, PIRU, Frontline, and you know, for me, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been here, I've done that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on something different. You know, I want to be able to show these people around us and everything that, nah, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about gang banging and blood, cut, and all this old matters, you know. It don't matter if they grew up on the other side of the street, canal or whatever, and they Crips or whatever. We all signed up for the wrong stuff, to be real. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that's what we signed up for. So as we grow and we become adults and you have the understanding on what you signed up for, it's like, how can you continue to keep doing the same thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another question regarding the movie Like I said, after Straight Outta Compton and now the TV series, The Streets of Compton, can we expect some more TV or movie work coming from you guys? I mean, it seems so obvious that after Straight Outta Compton, it was right there. I don't know why nobody did it before. Now we got the Tupac movie coming up, but it's.
Yeah, as y'all can see, this is an older video. They talking about stuff that we done already seen. Some great classics. The Tupac movie, Death Row movie, definitely was a classic. But you know, this is who they was talking about in that clip in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Snoopy Badass and these guys had their own issue. I'm not here to even talk about none of that. That shouldn't even be on the internet at all, what those guys got going on. It's regular stuff, man. My neighborhood and this neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? If you from Compton, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, then hey, man, we're going to keep it positive on that. But one thing I could say about this dude, I don't care if they was 30 deep, man, because they didn't been that deep before. I didn't seen them 20 deep, and every time that he's around, man, I get nothing but love. I get respect, man, and don't nothing happen outside of that. And that's just for the love, man. You know, being a real one, man. And I just hope that everybody, you know, saying they can straighten out and earn out their issues, whatever they got going on. And you got to be man about certain things, man. You got to grow up, man, and change your mentality, and then things will fall in your lap. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. And y'all leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. This is Wacko from my city, Compton, and I catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.